Hey bookwormies, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to today's video, which is an August wrap-up. Okay, we are officially in September 1st, at least in my timeline. I keep on saying this, like my timeline, not knowing when this video will come out, but still, it's September. And guys, I swear this month passed really quickly. It was just, I know summer break goes by really fast, but this one just, I felt like I missed half of that. I felt like I was not there, I was not present. But anyways, guys, in the month of August, I have read 11 books. I had like a mini slump at some point. Now I'm starting to get back into the routine of reading, but I was like a bit out of it. But I think now that I'm out of that slump and I had some fresh time to do nothing, I know, amazing work, I can start to really get back into reading. Also guys, I am in my new setup, my new room. This is how pretty much a lot of my videos are going to look like. I'm going to be filming a lot of videos in this area nearby. It is going to be happening. Here, there actually is like no view. That's kind of depressing. I should have tried to do that, but I can't. But anyways, guys, let's get into the 11 books that I read. So we have the first book that I read, which was Blood Over Brighthaven. This was when in the moment where I am looking for my new 5 stars, and I heard a few things about this book for quite a while. It is a standalone fantasy, so I felt like I needed it. I wanted a new fantasy, like a new favorite fantasy, and I decided, you know what, let's try this. It is a bit different, the writing style, the vibe of the book from other books that I've read, but I honestly really enjoyed it. I really liked the premise, I liked the idea of the plot. It just seemed very interesting, and actually I enjoyed it. There were parts where I was just like a little bit less into it, but in all, I really enjoyed it. And let me kind of explain what is the story about. So it's pretty much an orphan whose name is Siona, and she always wanted to prove herself to her fellow students. And for 20 years, she dedicated herself to learning about magic, and she wanted to be the first woman to be ever admitted into the high magistracy, which are these high people, okay? They're like high society, they're like better than everyone, okay? And when she finally makes it to high mage, which is like the highest part. There's also like helpers and stuff like that, but she finds it challenging, and her new colleagues will stop at nothing to let her know that she's unwelcome, beginning with giving her a janitor instead of a qualified lab assistant. So these high mages are trying to find like this thing of magic, and they're like, oh yeah, she's the only woman, she probably like bribed her way through it, you know, just got naked in front of somebody or something like that. And so they're like, oh, let's make it funny and give her a janitor instead of a real lab assistant, trying to make fun of her. And Siona and her peers don't realize that the janitor isn't just a janitor, he's so much more than that. Tomo was a nomadic hunter from beyond Tyran's magical barrier. Tyran is the magical world of this place, but there was another place once. And 10 years had passed since he survived the perilous crossing that killed his family. But working for High Mage, he sees the opportunity to finally understand the forces that decimated his tribe. So there was these tribes outside, okay? And drove him from his homeland and keep the Tyran nation in power. And she starts to uncover an ancient secret that could change the course of magic forever. And so you go through that. And people say that it's like for the fans of Le Bardugo, V. Schwab, and Full Metal Alchemist. And I really like this. You do need to know content warnings are gore, sexual assault, and suicidal ideation. So it's that. And it's actually only like 2 years old, so it's pretty new. And a lot of books that I read, a lot of people that I follow, they rated it very highly, like 5 or 4 stars, which is honestly amazing. I really enjoyed the plot. I really like the idea and the setting that it made. I love the magical world to it. And honestly, I like these stories where they're like learning things. Like I learn about the magical system a lot. I don't know. I like when it's in a learning situation where she goes to an academy. This isn't really an academy, but she's trying to find something out and stumbles upon a secret. So it goes kind of crazy. I really love the plot. There was pacing, sometimes the pacing felt slower, but I really enjoyed it in total, and I gave it 4 stars. So it wasn't a perfect book, but it was actually really good. Then I had my first DNF of the month of August, and my only one, which was The Obsidian Tower. I heard about it, and I was like, you know what, let's read it. But I don't know why, but I couldn't seem to get into it. I just didn't feel like reading it. I think that was also the start to my reading slump officially. I just didn't feel like reading. Every time I pick it up, I was just like, I'm not enjoying this. I don't feel like even trying to. So I just ended up DNFing it, thinking like, oh wait, no, I DNF'd another book this month. I'm such a liar about that. But anyways, The Obsidian Tower, I couldn't get into it. I don't think it's the book's fault. I think it was just the starting point of my little reading slump. So actually, it was more than just like a week or two. It was like 3, like for a while through the month. I felt like I was just not working out. But pretty much this book, I'll just explain it to you kind of simply. So the mage-marked granddaughter of a ruler of Vescandra, which is where we are, Rix is destined for power and prestige at the top of a Vescandran society, but her magic is broken because While everybody else in her family can like heal and all of that, all she can do is uncontrollably drain the life from everything she touches. And Viscander has no place for a mage with unusable powers. Like their version of unusable powers is like things that can help life and stuff like that. This actually, now that I think of it, is kind of giving me Shatter Me from like the magical power aspect. Okay, but not real. Then one night, 2 terrible accidents befall her. Rix accidentally kills a visiting dignitary in self-defense, activating mysterious magical artifacts sealed in an ancient tower in the heart of her family's castle. Rix flees, seeking a solution to her deadly magic, and then she falls into a group of unlikely magical experts, investigating the disturbance in Viscander. And Rix realizes that her family is in danger, and her domain is at stake. She and her colleagues must return to the family stronghold to take control of the artifact that everybody wants to claim before it starts to destroy the world. So, that is the premise. I don't know. I think maybe one day I could retry to read this book. But at this time, I was just like, no, I'm not there. I don't want to read this. I'm not interested. I just don't care enough to read it. So I was just like, I'm going to leave it. We can come back to it whenever. Just not now. Okay, next book I read, guys, was Scott Pilgrim Gets It Together. This is a short comic series. There's 6 books, and I think that's all there is, or maybe there's going to be a 7th. No, I think there's only going to be 6, and the 6th one's already out. My friend really loves this series, and I just said, like, to read it. It's mainly more of an escapism, easy read, rather than I'm really looking to fucking enjoy this. The first 2 books were pretty good, but, like, they were okay. I don't know. I gave them, like, 2-point-something stars. It's just they weren't, I don't know. I think I should have probably given them a 3 stars, because they weren't bad at all. I just didn't care. That's it. So, 2 stars is when I'm starting to hate it, but I didn't hate it. I just didn't care. So honestly, I might change that rating. But then I read this is the 3rd book, I'm pretty sure at least. And I give it 3.25 to 3.5 stars. It was pretty good. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. It was interesting. It's really easy and fast to read. It doesn't take too much brain power, in my opinion. It does deal with a few topics, but I think it's more like you have to look under the surface. It doesn't straight away tell you. It kind of like lets you lead, like, it lets you lead into your own conclusions kind of idea. I enjoyed it. I can't really tell you guys anything, so I'm just not going to say anything. And next I decided to read Daisy Hates and the Great Undoing. I was just like, I don't know what to read. Honestly, also, Scott Pilgrim was kind of like a random read. I was like, I don't know what else I should read, so let's just read this. And then I was like, oh yeah, I should continue, because I was like, I really want to read Magnolia Park's Into the Dark. But then I was like, I need to read this first. I forgot about it. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it. I just at that point, I saw this one spoiler and about the next book about Magnolia Parks, and I was like, I want to see if that's true and all that. But that was just a rumor, and that there's gonna be a next book, and it's gonna be about, I don't know. So I was like, I don't really feel like reading this. But honestly, I forgot how much I loved Daisy Hates. She is such an amazing character. I love the plot and the ending. Oh my god! Now I kind of wish I didn't read it, because I don't know when the next book will come out. Because Jessa Hastings, after writing Magnolia Parks Into the Dark, she started 2 new series. Or I don't know, maybe that one of them isn't a series, but one of them is like Time of Your Life, and the other one that she started, which is about one of the characters that supposedly is in that whole world. I don't know who it is, because I decided not to check it, but people said that you should read it after some point. Wait, let me check. Oh, The Conditions of Will. Yeah, it doesn't show as if it's a series, but Time of Your Life is. The Conditions of Will is about Georgia Carter and Sam Penny. Okay, I don't know those. At least I don't remember. But there are a lot of characters that you see throughout this whole Magnolia Parks universe. So, yeah. But I think I'm going to wait until I read Magnolia Parks Into the Dark before I even try this one. But pretty much, she just started these 2 new books. Like, made 2 new books. And we still have no idea when the next Daisy Hates book is coming out. At least I haven't heard anything from my rabbit hole that there's going to be a new one. So, I honestly have 0 idea. And that kind of scares me, because that book ended with, like, the huge, like, the biggest cliffhanger possible. And that scares me the fuck out. Because, no. But anyways, I really enjoyed this book. It's a 4.25 stars. It is so good. You should check for trigger warnings, I feel like this one. Yeah, probably, right? Trigger warnings of Daisy Hates the Great Undoing. I'm just going to first make sure that it doesn't have any spoilers. Because if it does, I'm not going to tell you guys. But if it doesn't, then I'll just tell you. Okay, where are the trigger warnings? It does not tell me. Okay, I'll just skip it. But guys, check just in case. I don't know. But I recommend just, like, start with the start of the series. If you're caught up, then good. I'll skip for the next one, honestly. Next, I read The Songbird and the Heart of Stone, which is the next, like, duo, like, duology kind of thing, in the whole Crowns of Nyaxia series. It's the same part of, like, The Servant and the Wings of Night, but it's just a different character in a different world. But you do have to read that one before you read the second one, and it's about these vampires. This book, I kind of expected more from it. I expected to absolutely fucking love it, which was why I wanted to read it. And I don't know, I felt like it fell flat compared to, like, it's not horrible. I'm like literally being like, oh my god, it was horrible, but it wasn't. I gave it 4 stars. But you'll soon see why I'm kind of overreacting. But thing is, I enjoyed so much the Serpent and the Wings of Night. So I expected this one to be so good too. Like, I think I gave that other one like a 5-star or almost 5-star, and this one I gave it like a 4. So I was just like, I don't get it. I was expecting so much, and it took me a while to read it. Like the first day I read it, I was like, I'm not there. I'm not feeling it. So just, yeah. So honestly, I don't know. I didn't really get it, and I just kind of stopped reading. Like, I read it, but I just didn't truly love it that much. And then next I decided to read that next book in that duo, which is The Fallen and the Kiss of Dusk. And I DNF'd it. This was the second book that I DNF'd in August. This is when you know that you're in a reading slump, if I DNF more than one book. And I didn't feel like it was the book's fault. I felt like it was kind of more mine. I don't know. Honestly, I feel like, I don't know if I really did have, like, I had a reading slump after The Fallen and the Kiss of Dusk, because I was reading it for so freaking long. I didn't even notice that I wasn't even reading. And then, like, one day I checked and I was like, oh my god, I seriously haven't been reading. I'm still like 20% through it. I've been reading for like, 2 weeks. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to try it again, continue reading it. If not, then tomorrow I will read something else. Well, actually, no. During that time that I was reading The Fallen and the Kiss of Dusk, I read something else. Like, I completed a different book. So I feel like it was kind of the book's fault, but also kind of I wasn't in the mood. But then after I finished up, you know what, let me just explain. Okay, so The Fallen and the Kiss of Dusk, I DNF'd it. I did not enjoy. But then right after I finished The Songbird and the Hearth Song, and while I started reading The Fallen and the Kiss of Dusk, I finished in like 2 days Till Summer Do Us Part, which is a romance. It was so sweet, so quirky, so fun to read. It was so fast-paced and just like, it's so different from other romances, and it had this very, very quirky value. It's not like a lot of other romances that I read. It is not one where you look for every tiny little detail and look for every tiny mishap and be like, oh my god, that's horrible. No, this is not professional. No, you just have a good time. That's the whole point of this book. It is not to criticize, okay? It is for a fucking good time. That's what it is for. I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. But after that book, that's when the downhill came. I feel like that downhill started to come with the Obsidian Tower, but then I felt like it really went in after Till Summer Do Us Part, and I was in the middle of The Fall and the Kiss of Dusk, because I was reading nothing, pretty much. But then afterwards, at that time when I noticed, oh yeah, I'm not reading anything, what is going on? I decided I'm going to start the Chestnut Spring series. So Flawless, Heartless, Powerless, Reckless, and the new one, which is, like the last one, is Hopeless, I think. So I read the first 4 books, Flawless, Heartless, Powerless, Reckless, this month, and I'm actually starting today Hopeless. But I'm actually enjoying the series. I don't have any good or bad thoughts towards it, but it is not my favorite romance series ever. For some reason, I feel like after so many of these series, like Voice of Tommen, which I don't think I can even count as a romance because it has so much trigger warning, so many hard topics. But if I look like into the like Mile High and that whole series, I absolutely loved that series. So I feel like this couldn't even compare to it. Like, I loved it, but I didn't overly love it. I gave it a 4 stars. Each book was 4 stars. I didn't know exactly what to rate it, so I was just like, I'm gonna give it a 4. It's good, but it's not bad. And like, I feel like for me, my ratings go 5 stars, absolute amazingness. Like, nothing can be wrong in my eyes. Somebody tells me it's horrible, I will beat you. Just kidding, I'm not. But you get the idea. 4 stars, I really enjoyed it. It had the potential to be a 5, but there was just something missing. There was just something that didn't click with me. 3 stars, I could recommend it to others, but it wasn't so much for me. But I'm just here for the vibes sometimes. 2 stars, I'm starting to hate a lot of these characters. I'm not really enjoying the plot. It took me a while to read that kind of deal. 1 star, kill me. I'm never continuing it. I will kill you before I ever reread it. I will bury myself 10,000 meters deep. That kind of idea. But, so these were pretty good still. These were still pretty good. Flawless is about, wait, you know what? I'm just going to check all of the, I don't remember who are the people. I'm not going to say tropes at all. But the first one is Rhett Eaton. Like, this is mainly about the Eden family, but there's, like, 2 characters that are not part of the Eden family, but whatever. So there's Rhett Eaton, and then there's, not Willa, it's just Summer. And then the second book is Willa and, God, what is his name? I keep on forgetting names. This always happens to me. It's just, Kate Eaton. Okay, Willa Grant and Kate Eaton. I really love Willa's character. She's just so funny and so feisty. That's something that I absolutely adored about her. Powerless was about Jasper Gervais, so not part of the same one. And what was the girl's name? Something with P, not Paige, though. And it doesn't show up, her name. Her name doesn't show up in the description. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one too, but it doesn't... Like, I don't know, I think it was a bit less from the others. Then we have Reckless, which is about Winter, and what the heck is his name? Theo Silva. And something out of all of these books you will see this one man, Harvey Eaton. Oh my god, I love him. He's like the father of all the Edens. And honestly, he is such a vibe. I absolutely adore him. I can tell you guys that. He's so funny. He's just like, not just a father figure, but he's just something, I don't know. I absolutely adore him. He makes me want to laugh out loud, like, all the time. Harvey, honestly, I need a book about him. Like, they kind of set it up, but then there's only 5 books in the series, and the next one is about Bew Eaton and this other girl, which I don't know her name because I haven't started. Oh, Bailey Jansen. So, yeah, that's that. And actually, part of the Gold Rush Ranch series, which is older than the Chestnut Springs series, one of the girls who gets her own book, Violet Eaton, she's the sister of those other ones. So that's kind of, it was kind of dumb for me, though, to actually afterwards go to, like, I read Gold Rush Ranch, then Rose Hill, which is after, like, I don't know. People say that you should read Gold Rush Ranch first, then Chestnut Springs, then Rose Hill. But I kind of skipped Chestnut Springs and read those other 2. So I got a tiny spoiler on the trope. Well, I always read the tropes usually before. So I knew a bit, but not really. But it's not really a spoiler, honestly, for me. So, yeah, there's that. I'm really enjoying the series. I'll see how Hopeless goes. And also, I need to get back into the Rose Hill series because I still have... Well, I don't know if there's going to be any more books, but currently there's 3 out and a 4th one coming out in September. So, yeah, there's Wild Side, which I haven't read, and I've heard mixed feelings about it. Like, I see, like, people really loving Wild Eyes and Wild Love and Wild Eyes, specifically Wild Eyes. I also really enjoyed it. But then Wild Side, I've heard, like, very mixed feelings. It is, like, some of my favorite people that I follow, one of them said 5 stars, another said 3, another said, 3. Yeah, a lot of 3s, pretty much. 5 and then a 3, so it's kind of, like, in the middle. I don't know. And then, yeah, and Wildcard, I have no idea how it's going to be. So, yeah. Oh, and also supposedly this is going to be a new series, Fever Dream, in the Emerald League. Okay. Do I know these characters? Did I meet them? Oh, yeah, there's no description yet. So, it's set to release in May 19th, 2026. So, yeah, we'll probably see more. Oh, 2 people are saying currently reading. Okay, wow. Anyways, guys, I think we need to end this video before I continue blabbering on whatever fuck. So, guys, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Comment down below what books you guys have read in the month of August. Any books that you recommend. Fantasy specific. But also, I love thriller or romances or any other genre. I'd love to read those. But specifically fantasy. If anybody has fantasy recommendations, pass them over, darling. Pass all of them. Because I have a few ideas, but I don't know which books would be perfect for me. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!